Hi, this is Elizabeth from Contemporary Farm Girl. Today I'm going to show you how to make a different kind of dishcloth. Last time we did one that was straight across knitting, kind of boring. This one is a lot prettier. You go in diagonal rows and you end up with this pretty border along the side, and it's really not hard at all. First of all, you're going to need your sugar and cream, cotton yarn, any color you want, of course, and these are the needles I used in the previous tutorial. They're number 7 bamboo and they're 9 inches long. Now you might want to try 13-inch ones just because when you get almost to the middle of your dishcloth, it gets really tight on the 9 inches. You can do it with just the 9 inches, but if you're a little worried about them falling off, you might want to use the longer ones. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. You can go ahead and try it all on this if you want. I'm going to do it on this for the tutorial. At the end, you're going to need a plastic, like upholstery or plastic canvas needle to finish off along with your scissors, but you don't need those to the very end. And I would also recommend having the directions for the pattern in front of you. I like to have it right there to keep looking at it because I don't trust myself to make sure I'm doing it right. All right. So to start, I'm going to take a needle, find the end of my yarn, and I'm going to tie my slip knot. Remember, I have a video on that. If you forget how to tie your slip knot into cast on, you can take a look at that. Put it on my needle, tighten it up a little bit, and I'm going to cast on 4. I need to have cast on 4. Remember, the slip knot counts as 1, so I've only got to add 3 now. There's 1, 2, 3. Not too tight. Alright, so now I've got 4 stitches cast on. I'm starting this corner. This is how it goes. You start in the corner and you keep adding on rows. I'm going to take my other needle, make sure the loops are to my left, the knots are to my right, and I'm going to go ahead and knit 4. There's 1. Oops. Make sure all my strands are together. That one came apart. 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now I just knit my first row. Next, for the next row, this is the pattern that we're going to be doing for half of our dishcloth to get us to the middle diagonal. First, I'm going to knit 2, just like we just did, very regular. Oops. Knit 1, knit 2. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is a little different. We didn't do this in the last dishcloth we did. I'm going to do what's called yarn over. And all you do is take your working yarn and wrap it around the right needle. It's the same thing we would do when you knit and you pull it around, but I'm going to do it before I knit. So I pull it around my needle, then I'm going to knit this. So I'm going to pull it around again just like a regular knit. And what that does is it adds an extra stitch, because what we do is with this we keep increasing the number of stitches with each row. That's how you increase. And then I'm just going to go ahead and finish that row regular. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches when we started out with 4. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Knit 2 regular. There's 1, 2. Now I'm going to yarn over, then knit again, and you'll see this one looks kind of different. See how it's just loose instead of having a knot here? Because that's the one we yarned over. That's okay. Regular stitch, then finish off the 2 that are left in the row just with a regular knit stitch. Now I have 6 stitches on my needle, and you can see this little hole right here. That's the first hole of our pretty border. So that's good. That's not a bad hole. That's a good one. I need some more yarn. All right, now I'm going to go again. Get my loops to the left, my knots to the right. Knit 2 regular. 1, 2. Then I'm going to yarn over. You always knit 2, then yarn over, and then knit the rest of the row. And remember, you'll have one stitch on the left that feels kind of loose, and that's just because that's the one we yarned over from the last time. It's okay. Okay, switch it to my other hand. The pattern is knit 2, yarn over, knit the rest of the row. So here's knit 1, knit 2, yarn over, knit the rest of the row. Okay, and you can see how that pattern's continuing this nice border. It looks kind of funny and messy in the beginning, but as you get more rows, you'll really see that border coming out. All right, this is the last row I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to let you work on it. Same thing, knit 2, there's 1, 2, running out of yarn, there we go, yarn over, and then knit the rest of my row. Alright, now I'm going to have you keep going. Keep doing that same pattern of knit 2, yarn over, knit the rest of the row until you end up with 45 stitches on your needle. That's going to give you a dishcloth of about this size. You can adapt the size if you want. If you want to make it more stitches, if you want to do bigger, just do more than 45. If you want it a little smaller, you could do less, but the standard that I've been doing is 45 stitches makes the dishcloth of this size. So go ahead and do that now. Keep knit 2, yarn over, knit the rest of the row until you have 45 stitches on your needle. And I'm going to do the same, and I'll be back as soon as I'm done with that.